My name's Jeff. I'm the minister at Galston Uniting Church, and I'm pretty interested in community engagement and how the church becomes a part of its local community. A whole lot of people have really put a lot of effort into making that connection, running some deep roots within the community as being a part of this church. So there's been a number of projects involved in that, but a lot of it's just been about just when there's an opportunity to be involved in something, just saying, yeah, of course we want to be involved in it. In fact, we hosted the first fundraiser a couple of years ago for a mob called Bone Dry, and Bone Dry was a local initiative by local people outside of the church to raise money for farmers who were suffering so badly in the drought. The very first Bone Dry event took place in our bottom car park. I think we raised $30,000 that night, of which the church received no payment because that's not the point. This is actually not about us. We're providing a venue so that other people can benefit. We have really strong engagement, and we've had a strong engagement with the Galston Rural Fire Service in particular for a long time, since well before I got here. So much so that normally on the second Sunday of August, we host a blessing service here for all of the local fire brigades. It's become such a feature for the groups, many of whom aren't Christian and many of whom don't come to church otherwise. Some do, some are very, very committed in other places, but they will all come here. They all wear their uniforms for the day. And in fact, not last year, but the year before, two of them, or one of the groups, had been out fighting fires all night and still came here in the morning. One actually brought the reading that morning and he was out on his feet, but he wasn't going to miss this service. We normally, once we've had the service inside, we'll go outside and we'll splash some water on the trucks and offer a blessing, and I probably splash a bit more water on the fireys and on any kids who are present, as well as then probably get some more water on them than the trucks. But and then we have a community lunch together, which is fantastic. It's been a real highlight for me. And what it's led to is this really great relationship with all of our brigades, to the extent that when we were doing some work out here a couple of years ago for our 30th anniversary, we were able to use a landscaping company that one of our local fire brigades members run. It's his company, and we like to keep our business in the local community where we can. This year we'll be hosting the Galston Rural Fire Service annual general meeting because with social distancing, they can't fit in their shed well enough to do it. So they've asked if they can come here, and the answer is of course they can. So that would be lovely. I think part of being a church is actually to be as embedded in a community as you can be. For me, the church's place is with people. The message of Christ was a message that was given to everybody, and it wasn't just a message that was given within a church's building. So for me, the church being a part of a community is the church not just being stuck in the building, but getting out and being involved as church in other things. There have been a lot of people, you would know them too, who have wanted to ask questions about God and have not felt safe to come and ask them in a church. Well, they'll only do that if they've got a relationship. So we have sought here at Galston, and I have sought as part of my ministry here, to actually build those relationships to the point that people feel as though this is both a safe place and a place where they will not be judged for coming in, and that they will find God's love. I make it sound like all this stuff is easy, and it's not. It's been quite intentional on our part. People say that this is impossible, what we're doing here. That's not true. I think the first thing the church has to do is not expect that there's going to be anything in it for them, but to get involved in things because they're worth getting involved in. A good starting point would be to see what's in the community that people have got a natural interest in. So sometimes it's about developing your links that are there naturally. Sometimes it's about helping your people to realise that the stuff that they're involved in already, whether it might be a craft group or whatever it might be, already contains a natural link to the church. So it's building on the links we already have. Look, I reckon the key to ministry is having a go. Ministry is about turning up. Ministry is about not spending all the time thinking about why you can't do something and just giving it a go to the best of your ability. God honours that, and I believe God calls us in that way to just sort of get out there and give it our best shot.